Welcome back to What's Tea Radio. I'm your host, Rachel Esther, and I'm here with my co host, REP.
Hello, guys.
So, for my listeners and my Instagram viewers right now, today we decided that we are going to talk about some finals week preparations and stresses. We're going to vent a little bit and talk about, ways to stay sane during these times. Like, I know for me right now, my Instagram could see me, but I don't know if the listeners could see. I'm just chilling, I'm not really dressed up, no makeup, no
Yeah.
fancy hair. It's just really a bum day for me. But my calm attire is to help with a calm mindset. I didn't want to do too much and make myself stressed out about looking decent today because at the end of the day, that's not my priority. I had a lot of work to get done. I had to wake up early and go to bed late. So, it's just a matter of what's the priorities for the moment. So, looking fantastic right now. It's not the move. Um, so yeah, what are some things that you want to what you want to do? Are you good? We having
Finals week.
some technical difficulties. Ari's dropping headphones. What are some steps that you take during finals week to not fall apart and like not be in shambles? Because I feel like it's really easy to just lose yourself in your work, but it's like this. I was just telling my god sister, it's like this constant battle with your work because it's like, okay, you have a bunch of work to get done and you need to stay up to do it. But in order to stay up, you're going to lose sleep. And if you lose sleep, then you're not focused. And then you can't do your work if you're not focused. But then you have to do your work, so you have to stay up. Yep. But if you stay up, you're going to be tired. But if you're tired, you don't have the mental capacity to finish the work. So it's just like this ongoing cycle of, do I sleep or do I stay up and do the work? Yeah. And if I stay up and do the work, is it going to be good or is it better if I just go to sleep and do it in the morning? But am I going to have enough time in the morning?
Right.
Like what do you do?
Well, it varies. It definitely varies for me. Sometimes I procrastinate.
Definitely. I think we all do. A little bit.
I don't necessarily procrastinate to procrastinate. I like to think that I have this idea that if I just go on my phone for an hour and get all of the distractions out. Hold on, I'm about to
bless you.
Sneeze. Thank you. I feel like if I get all the distraction out, then I'll be more able and more inclined to focus.
Right.
However, that does not end up becoming the case.
Exactly. Because for me, I do that sometimes. I'm like, okay, I'll give myself like 30 minutes just to do whatever on my phone. But then I start on my phone and then...
I think I want to come sit over there by you.
Yeah, you might as well. I start using my phone and then it's like, wait, but like, if I refresh the timeline, something else is going to come up. So then that means I can go back on my phone again and there's new things to look at. So sometimes it's just a matter of like having that discipline with yourself. Like last night, I was struggling to finish my work because like I really think that I'm like low-key addicted to my phone. And like, it's not even like I use it that much. It's just like when I need to do stuff, it just becomes an immediate distraction. Right. Because when I have nothing to do, I'm not on my phone. But when I have everything to do, I can't stop using my phone. Right. Like I was trying to type my thesis last night and then I'm just like looking at my phone and then I just go watch like 2 Insta stories and then I just put it down. And then I could go back to typing and then I go watch like 2 more Snap stories and then I just put it back down. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Exactly. Like, why did I pick it up in the first place? Those stories will be there for 24 hours.
Yep, hopefully they'll be there when you get back.
Exactly. So I kind of just took my phone and I put it across the room because I know I'm not going to get up because I'm lazy to go get it. But it's also like the whole time, now there's this anxiety on me because I'm like, what if somebody texts me? Right. And I need to respond.
I think it's not even just a matter of like finals week. I think I get into this funk a lot, especially when I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like it's junior year and this year has definitely been one for the books. More so in a negative way than in a positive way.
Listen, but those negative experiences are what pushes you through. Exactly. And they mold you. So,
but like junior year is definitely exactly what people said it would be, aka the reign of terror. Because that's what it's been. It's literally like, especially for me, because like for you guys, you have a different core from us.
Yeah.
So like we're the first year with that core.
Yeah,
and so we're kind of just lab rats, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's stressful because I'm really organized as a person for the most part. Like I have my flaws, as does anybody else, you know?
Right.
But like in trying to be more proactive and trying to have a better social life here on campus, and then also trying to, you know, do better academically, because I know like I'm getting by, C's get degrees, but at the same time I know my potential, and I just feel like every semester that I've had here from freshman year to now, there's been classes where I've been able to excel and show my potential, but then there's also classes where like, because it's already so frustrating or so like advanced and accelerated, dealing with that on top of everyday stressors and hassles, and then dealing with things that are out of my control, whether it's health wise or like family wise, friendship wise, relationship wise, like all of those things play a part. And then on top of that, trying to organize my curriculum and making sure I'm on the right task, because sometimes the advisors don't necessarily have all the answers. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, you actually have to learn stuff.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to just be here just to get a degree. Like
class,
you want to maintain
doing the work, but it's like you want to absorb this content, because like at some point it's going to have to be applicable in the job setting.
Exactly.
So it's like, because even for me, I really thought that my senior year was going to be a lot like my senior year in high school. Like junior year in high school was way harder than senior year for me. Senior year was difficult, but like it was definitely more laid back.
Yeah,
I did a lot.
Senior year of high school
but, like,
was
I was
amazing.
chilling. Like I had mad fun. Senior year this year, like it was way more work. Because a lot of my classes were definitely more content heavy. There was more reading, there was more writing, stuff like that. But then it's also like that underlying pressure at all times that like once I'm done with this, I have to figure out life. Like it's no more like, oh, let me make my schedule for next semester. It's no, figure out where you're gonna work, live, eat, and sleep.
And like, I feel like that's what we spoke about in one of our previous podcasts or lives or
whatever we want to call this.
Whatever you want to call this. Basically the fact that like you think that once you get that diploma, like you've succeeded, you've proved your point, and you've made
negative one. Like,
but that's not even the beginning. Like the journey is just getting started. And it's just like, I was talking to one of my friends last night, and we were talking about how like senior year of high school was really like laid back, and like we did have our stressors, but it was just a freer, more casual.
Right. It was chill.
It was right. And like
because I still had fun. I was still out like every weekend.
Exactly. But we came to college. I can't tell
the last time I went somewhere. Like I'm a whole 21. I didn't even go to spring weekend this year. That's how I know I'm just so much more focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I didn't go to spring weekend.
I mean, but that's a different conversation.
For multiple reasons.
Spring weekend, like
it just
listen. I know I'm graduating, but y'all gotta go a little harder next year because that artist.
Spring weekend this year was a reflection of how I felt my junior year here at Iona College. Even the weather. Even the weather was terrible.
Nice,
it did not even permit.
Because last year it was like
it was hot. I had shorts on.
It was cold all weekend. Then once it said spring weekend, it was hot.
Yep.
I was wearing a dress.
Yep. So I think Mother Nature knew what she was doing, and yeah.
Nah, and I think honestly too, all these steps you have to take to get to like today, like I don't know, every time Demergence has a guest speaker come in, it reminds me of like all the stuff I'm not doing,
right?
Because it's like, yeah, I made it this far and I'm a senior and I'm about to graduate and this is really good, but it's like I don't have any like internships,
right?
Like, I was the person who chose to work over my summers instead of doing internships.
Exactly.
And of course at the end of the day, I know what's for me will be mine and I'm not worried about that.
Exactly.
But I also had to get to that point, like
exactly. But it's good. It's good. Time. It's good for us because we also have outside,
endeavors,
ways of exactly. We have our YouTube channels, and even though it's not guaranteed that we'll be discovered and we'll be picked up, or like we'll start making monetary profit off of it. It's the fact that we still took the time to do it. You took the time to do it, and although it might not be an academia based portfolio, it still highlights your growth, and it still highlights
your abilities.
Right. And
because I don't know how many people like you've been to like the guest speakers, Demerges.
Oh yeah, no.
But a lot of them always complain about the fact that they can't edit video or they have to learn how to edit video to do it and stuff. And I'm like, I've been editing videos for years.
Right.
So I already know like my outside hobbies and tools and things that I've taught myself will definitely be a major contribution.
And also the people that you surround yourself with.
That too, because a lot of this stuff is all about people that you know. So that's why it's important, even like the professors that you have. Like if you have a professor that works for a major company, don't be late to the class all the time. Like make sure you make that connection.
Or just at least build a relationship. Because like even with me and like Demerges, like that's probably one of...
I think the topic of today is really Demerges, not anything else. Like we're just talking about separations.
He's an amazing like professor. Like some people might like say otherwise,
right?
But for me, I feel like,
man, but I love Demerge.
I feel like
Demerge, I hope you're listening.
Can we get like 5 points extra?
No, I'm just kidding.
But like I just personally feel like he's one of those teachers that are really in touch with the student, not only for academic reasons, but also just to see like their growth. Like for me, like he jokes around with me and says that like I act as if I've already made it. Like I walk into the classroom, he's like, do I gotta contact your agent? Like we have like our funny running jokes, but like it motivates me without him even knowing that it motivates me to be a better student and to stay in the field in which I am, which is broadcast media, if you didn't know.
And I feel like too, like even for me, like you said, you know yourself and you know, like I know I'm always late to class, especially that class, because Tuesday, Thursdays, I just have 9 classes all day back to back. And then that class is like that last class, but I still go. Right. But he's always like, Rachel, why are you late? But he knows I get my work done. Like he knows I'm still capable and he knows I know what I'm doing. So I know he's not like 100% concerned about my standing here, but it's also like, that taking that step of just being on time for class definitely like makes you look better. You know?
But you know, the Mass Comm Department is a really cool department.
It is. It has an interesting makeup.
Yeah. It's very diverse. Yeah. Very like you have your balance of like laid back but concerned, and then you have like the extremists, but also very concerned.
Whoa, the extremists. But you know,
they're all like, it's a very welcoming.
I never felt like
department.
Like any of my teachers like hated me,
or something, and like the advisors are amazing. Shout out to my advisor,
shout out to Bard,
man. Cosby.
I've been with Professor Bard for like years. I feel like I've taken so many classes with him.
Really, I haven't had a class.
I mean,
but
you're
I'm
not.
broadcast.
I'm journalism. Yeah. So, but you have to take at least one class with him. Like honestly,
before we even go further, I would just like to let it be known that arts and sciences is not a gateway or easy major, because I feel like that's another thing that gets said a lot. It's like, we don't work as hard as...
I honestly, and the thing is, I feel like a lot of people who pick these majors think that it's gonna be like super duper easy.
Yeah, because I thought it was gonna be easier than it is.
It's still complex in its own way. Like maybe we don't have to do statistics, and maybe we don't have to do like a bunch of math.
But we have to remember both law and ethics in one semester.
In one semester, and I feel like first of all, law and ethics is something that should be separated.
And you know what's crazy? It's not even a 3-day class.
No,
it's a two-day class for one semester, learning both the law and ethical side of media.
Law and ethics is something that
you can get taught.
Cross over and get confused. So I really feel like it should be separate. People would learn it a lot easier, but you know.
But I mean, shout out to Breslin, because he makes it easy and he makes it fun. Shout out to the puppet shows he
knows what
he's talking about.
That's the only thing I can say about that class. It is very difficult. I'm not going to pretend that's just the easiest class. I took that one of the hardest mass comm classes I ever took.
I think so far
he knows what he's talking about.
So far, my 2 hardest mass comm classes that I've taken is ethics, law and ethics, and currently digital literacy.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm not even about to get into that. I'm not, because I already I'm not about to get into that. I love how this was supposed to be about preparation for finals, and now this is a mass Comm Department review.
This has become a rant.
The thing is, like I said, we were ranting today, and I don't know why. I'm just in like a nostalgic, like reflecting mood because I'm about to graduate.
Yeah.
In 16 days.
This is literally like, I know it says last episode, but this is literally
my last episode. Like, I'm out. And the thing is,
I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on.
You know, maybe next year you'll have another show. But for me, you know, this is the last for What's Tea Radio. Yeah. So I'm definitely in like a nostalgic mood. But I just feel like, you know, I don't know. There's just so much. Oh, what's up with the Wi-Fi? Oh, it paused because of poor connection too.
Yeah.
What's it called?
My dad said we sound like we need to go to phone AAA.
Who said this?
My dad.
I'm dead.
Because we both sound like we're connected to our phone so much.
Listen, maybe we do, honestly.
But then again, it's not like we're just connected to our phones for the sake of entertainment.
That's the crazy part.
Like I feel like we're the type of people when we're not on our phones, it's a problem because people can't reach us. But we really be in our zone. But then when we're on our phone, we're in the zone on there too. But we're not only on there for entertainment. We're on there for inspiration as well. That's as creative.
The last time I decided to like have a dead phone and leave it dead, my mom called every single one of my friends.
I remember that.
Little did she know I was literally in the gym.
She was safe.
Like helping Ricky record for his project. It was really like I was chilling. Sis really thought I was like missing or something. She called everybody, FaceTime everybody. Have you seen Rachel? I was gone for like 20 minutes. I texted them like, yeah, my phone's about to die, but this is what I'm doing. No, my mom still thought I was missing in action and still have to call everybody in America. I'm alive, mommy. I'm alive. So that's why my phone can never be dead, because then I just get this anxiety that watch the minute my phone died, my mom's gonna try to call me.
Yep. But
and then she's gonna send on Amber Alert.
Back to finals week.
Finals week, because that's the focus right now.
So currently, let me give you guys my finals week overview. So Monday is our last day of classes. Mm-hmm. Majority of my classes, I don't have to take tests, thank the Lord. I only have 2 final exams to take, and the other 3 courses are papers and projects, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I also have to catch up on a lot of work.
Yeah. So I don't have too much to catch up on, but it's just a matter of
sitting down and being able to complete it all. Because my goal for finals week, before testing starts, before reading day, because we're granted a reading day, before reading day, I want to know that I gave in every assignment that I needed to.
First of all, I think class should have ended this week.
It should have.
Like, I don't see the purpose of us having one class more on Monday.
But, you know,
because honestly, I think we need more than one reading day.
Yeah.
I think finals should definitely start next Wednesday, but I think we need more than one day to prepare ourselves, because there are people who literally have all their final assignments due on Monday. Mm-hmm. Like, I've had semesters where all my work was due on one that last day of classes. So it's like you're in shambles trying to figure it out. Or luckily this weekend, like this spring weekend, I do nothing, but every spring weekend, I always had work due that Monday. And
I think I did too.
Or it was like a presentation or a paper or something due that Monday. And I'm like,
or like
y'all be setting us up.
Review test.
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys are setting us up. Hi, mommy. I love how our parents always tune in on our lives. So shout out to our parents.
Yeah, shout out to the parentals.
But, you know, I feel like
it's just overbearing. It's always
a setup. It's a setup.
Once I feel like it kicks in once spring weekend comes.
Right.
Once spring weekend comes, like you already have the inclination that you're about to be overwhelmed and you're about to be eating whatever it is, whether it's noodles, McDonald's, or whatever junk food you can find, and stressing yourself out. But once spring weekend hits, it's over.
Yeah.
It's just like a downward spiral.
No turning back from
and the fact that this spring weekend wasn't as
like
spirit-filled and lively and joyful,
I feel like even though
it hit me harder.
Yeah, because even though sometimes I feel like it's a setup, like although like you have this eventful weekend you don't want to miss, and then you have mad work due after, because you're on such a high from like the excitement. You have
that extra adrenaline.
Like, last year it was so lit. It was like the party and the A Boogie and
the carnival,
like, and I'm gonna go write this paper. Show. Like I'm gonna go write this paper because I just saw A Boogie and it's lit.
I'm inspired.
There was no motivation. I was just in my room the whole weekend. Like I have to write.
I went home.
So you know.
But I mean,
I finished my thesis this morning, so I'm just happy
she's
about
happy.
that. Like,
She's
I'm on a
happy.
cloud somewhere floating because I don't think the world understands how difficult it is when you have that thesis due and you just don't have the motivation to do it.
And she just finished her thesis, but I just had my advisor meeting. And I have to figure out what senior seminar class I want to take. So I'm not really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But
Make sure you choose wisely. But listen,
I am going to
choose
wisely.
My class wasn't bad. That's the thing. I feel like
it was like a TED Talk class.
Yeah, and I had a lot of preparation towards my thesis. So when I was writing it, I didn't feel like I had to do a lot of like extra research.
Exactly.
Because we had a whole presentation about our thesis and we did a lot of outlines and stuff. So there was definitely a lot of like build up towards what we had to do before we actually had to do it. So
what gets you through finals week?
I think forcing myself to sleep, for one, because like I said, I'm definitely the type of person that would just be like, no, I need to stay up, but realistically you need sleep. So at some point I give myself a cutoff time. Like, I have to tell myself, okay, by 3:30, if I'm not in bed, then like I need to go to bed.
Okay.
So, but I also need to have a certain amount of work done by 3:30. Like last night, I told myself I needed to have 10 pages of my thesis done before I went to bed. But I kept picking up my phone. So I'm like, okay, if I'm trying to go to bed in 45 minutes, I need to make sure that I have this part done.
Right.
So it's also about like balancing, the work and the play. I think it's also important to make sure that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Because although like grades are very important and getting the work done is important, and sometimes you just don't have a lot of time, when you put the pressure on yourself, it stresses you out so much to the point where
you shut down
and you're not able to get it done. And I know I'm the type of person where it's either I just don't care at all and I get it done, but like I just don't care about it, or I care a lot. And when I care a lot, sometimes I put too much pressure on myself. So it took me, my full 4 years to find that healthy balance of caring enough without like murdering myself in the process for, not doing things in the way the time I want to. I think eating is important, but also not like limiting yourself. Like, because a few weeks ago I started a diet, but like I gave up on that diet during this week because like I don't have time to be right. But like I don't have time to be doing meal prep and I don't have time to be going to the gym right now. So it's like not putting pressure on myself about that. I know once these finals are done, got to get back to the grind. But right now it's like, okay, survival is more important. So like if I can eat better, I will eat better. But realistically, like my eating habits are terrible right now because I'm also up at different hours. So even if I eat dinner at 7 like the way I want to, I'm probably going to get hungry again by 2 because I'm up longer than I want to be. And I think also, I don't know if people are religious, but I'm religious. So just praying and asking God to help you to get through it all, to help you stay afloat and help you stay focused and have a clear mind, because at the end of the day, like I cry a lot. I cry a lot during these weeks. Like I just been crying.
Yet. I haven't cried yet.
Well, I cried like I think
my meltdown is coming.
I cried yesterday, and I think I was about to cry this morning, but it wasn't even because of finals.
Right.
I was just about to cry because I don't know. Like I just thought, why my life just end in the middle of everything? What's it called? I was about to cry. I don't even remember why I was about to cry.
You was gonna cry?
But all I know is I was about to cry. I think I was watching like a show or something.
And it evoked that emotion.
It just made me about to cry or something. Like I don't remember, but all I know I was about to cry this morning. And when I was about to cry this morning, it just made me realize I need to go to sleep, because I'm like, this is not even a real emotional cry. This is just me being tired.
Yeah.
And trying to release my energy somewhere else. But listen, I think that's another thing I do. I think it's important to cry.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with crying. Crying is healthy. Okay. Yep. As long as you're not crying for unnecessary reasons, or you're just very depressed and you just feel like you're crying a lot. Sometimes I just cry because I just want to get emotions out. So let it out. Don't hold the tears back. There's nothing wrong with shedding tears.
For me, I think in order for me to successfully get through finals week, I need food. That's first and foremost. No questions asked.
Study snacks.
Like I just need food and something to drink, but food.
Right.
Like I'll figure it out. After that, I need a playlist. Either something that's gonna calm me down, so like my R&B 90s, 80s, you know, soothing, sweet, sweet taboo, or I need something that's gonna pump me up. So that's like my rap, trap,
I be listening
pat.
to dancehall mixes.
That too.
Pretending I'm at a party.
That
I'm like,
too.
I'm at this party right now.
But my thing is, like, only time I can listen to dancehall and soca to hype me up while I'm doing like a final paper is if like it's something that I know I can do while kind of distracted.
Yeah, because you have to know the content. Because if it's something you have to like go back, read, and like,
it's not gonna get done. But I need my snacks. I need a playlist. Sometimes, like when I'm like de-stressing myself, I just need to take a nice shower with my with incense. But I do that when I'm home, not here on Iona Camp.
Yeah, no incense.
No incense, but like maybe some Airwick.
I got this diffuser.
Yes,
from home.
I have an air diffuser with the essential oils, eucalyptus and peppermint, lavender. So yeah, you know, all of those things help. Like just making sure my mental, spiritual, physical is intact so that I can fully be ready to like tackle on that paper, tackle on that project, tackle on studying for that test.
And take advantage of also the things that Iona has to offer too, because they do a lot of like preparatory. Can I speak English? They do a lot of events to prepare you for finals, and they also do things to help you stay mentally like good. Yeah. Like today, I got a free massage. You want to know something about that? And I was talking to the lady. She told me come back on Monday, so I'm about to go back on Monday.
Are they gonna be here on Monday?
Yes, they're gonna be here on Monday.
But you know, that's my one thing. All the promotion that every other event gets, these events don't get the finals week events don't get that much attention. I always miss the stress dogs. I always miss the free coffee and the stress dogs. So I've never seen the stress dogs. Iona, if you can hear me, or if you can see me, or if you're gonna watch me sometime, can they bring the dogs back once before I graduate? Not even that. Could we just get better promotion going for the things that are supposed to help us de-stress? Because they're more important than these little events. Yeah, I rather get a massage than tiny whiny in a party. So, yeah, for me, that's just my You know, there's a lot of ways to do this. What happened? No, I was reading what they were saying. Oh, they said this is their favorite time of day when we're on our podcast. Oh, I'm so sad it's over for me. No more podcasts. I think I'm not trying to get sentimental with her right now. Podcast, because I don't want to cry on here. Like I'm a very ugly crier. Right, but, and I already cried today. So we're gonna keep it going anyway. So like, if you have us on YouTube, exactly, be sure to follow us on our social media. Yeah. My Instagram is Rachel_Esther with 4 R's, and my YouTube channel is Rachel Esther with no space. My website, which is down right now because I currently took some time to rebrand, and I don't have time to finish rebranding right now because I'm in school, but I'm rebranding. So my website is www.rachelesther with 4 R's.com. So be sure to check that out in probably like 2 to 3 weeks or so. Yep. And you guys can keep up with us there because we'll be doing Rachel Ari things without honestly the podcast. We'll just definitely do it on our own free time. And you can find me on Instagram _ARI.P. My YouTube is the page spelled as PAGE. TM. There's a space between each one of those things. And for everything else, you can just pretty much find me under my name, Ariana Page. Yeah. You know, I feel like we're easy people to reach. Yeah. So, I mean, just stay on this journey with us, even though it's ending here on the academic level. With Education Connection. But you can get connected for free. And listen, all right, if you got a show next year, I will definitely come back. Oh, yeah. She'll be around. Guest performance. She'll be around. You know. But this summer will definitely be our time where we'll let our creativity peak. Right. And we'll fully bring you guys what you want. Right. Whether it's on our own solo endeavors or us collaborating, which will definitely happen. Right. So, do you have anything else you want to add for finals? I don't. As for finals, inspirational words. Inspirational words. Okay. As for finals, I have to say good luck to everybody. You know, make sure that you guys don't put too much pressure on yourself. At the end of the day, you will get it done. It will be handed in. Your professor will accept it, and if they don't, you fight
You fight for that. Because if you did that work, they will take that work.
Yep.
You know?
And if they don't, at least you did it.
Exactly. Know in your conscience heart is that cleared. You made an effort. So as long as you try your best is always enough.
Yep.
You know? And as for just general motivation, I would just like to thank everybody for continuously listening to us on West T Radio. Thank you to the Instagram viewers that always tune in every week. Yeah. And thank you to the people in this building who have the sound turned up and actually want to hear what we have to say every time. Yep. Shout out to, let me just shout out some of my favorite professors right now. Go ahead. Now this is her last sentimental. I would like to shout out Demerges because we already shouted him out a bunch of times, but I'm going to shout him out again because I just love Mike Demerges. Shout out to Professor Pataki. He's one of my other favorite professors here. You already know me and Dr. Casa go all the way back, but I'm going to bring him up again because me and Dr. Casa go all the way back. That's one of my favorite professors here. He definitely impacted my life. And one of the best things he ever told me is that you don't go to college. If you spend 4 years in college and you don't allow college to go through you, what did you do? What did you spend your 4 years doing? So I let college go through me. And those wise words that Dr. Costa told me, let college go through me. So even though there's times that I felt like I was just floating through this system, I allowed college to float through me, if that makes sense. So take it your own way and, create your own interpretation. But yeah, I want everybody to really stay beautiful, stay booming, and stay blessed as they could possibly be, because at the end of the day, we are all blessed and highly favored, and we are here in this world, and we're alive and we're well. And the fact that I woke up this morning and I'm still breathing, although I felt like I wasn't gonna make it, bro, because I really felt like this work was really gonna be the end of me. It's not. That's the crazy part. You really be feeling like this work is just gonna, and then it's just over. No, this work will not end your life. The end of your life will happen when your life needs to end. So listen.
Before I get into my closing remarks,
yes,
somebody wants to know, what are your plans after college?
Whoa. That's a good question. Well, I can answer it for the most part. Right now, I do have a job at Iona. I'm working as an assistant in one of the offices. So I will have that job throughout the whole summer. So that gives me some time to figure things out. But I do plan on going back to school. I know I do want to get another degree. I'm trying to be 2 degrees hotter, not just 1. I think I want to either go into broadcast, because I did journalism while I was here and I don't like journalism that much. So I think I want to go more into broadcast, but if I don't do broadcast, I'm definitely looking into like film school. I like technology and cameras and stuff. And I'm also looking into being my own company. I want to be an entrepreneur. And there's a lot of steps you have to take to get there. So right now, my focus is just to work and make as much money as I possibly can, so I can really use my money to fuel my dreams. But that process of figuring out what I wanted to do after college was not easy. And it's ongoing. It's emotional. It's definitely emotional, because it makes you, think about your past, your present, and what you want to take with you through the rest of your life. Like, what parts of you are more important that you want to, continue to express, and what parts of you are the most important that you want to do that for the rest of your life. Like for me, I have a lot of hobbies and I'm good at a lot of stuff, but it doesn't mean I want to make that a career. So I feel like being multifaceted has its pros and its cons, and that's definitely a time where it has its cons when you just can't pick one thing to do. But right now, I'm just riding the wave. I'm just gonna be happy that I made it this far, and I'm gonna take some time to, figure things out a little more and solidify my plans. But for the most part, I'm just chilling. I'm just believing God that at the end of the day, like I said, what's for me will be mine. So, in due time, something will happen.
Okay, so my closing remarks. Let me read what you said. You guys got good energy with this broadcast and keep putting out content. It can be a good fun. Thank you.
I'm here for all the good energy today. Right. So I'm about to go to the library and just finish my work. I'm in a great mood now.
So my closing remarks would be basically just keep your head up. You will get through it. For some of us, college was not a choice. Right. It was a priority. So just get it done. There's no time limit and there's no time frame for success. If you graduate early, then amazing. Kudos to you. Congrats. Because that's something a lot of us struggle to do and a lot of us try to do, but we just can't get it done. You graduate on time, amazing. You got through the process. You chose not to go to school, that's cool. As long as you know what you're doing and you know that you're doing what makes you happy. If you have to stay an extra semester, stay an extra year, that's fine too. Like, don't feel like you need to conform to the status quo in order to be that amazing, great, like, person that you have to be. Because like she said, what's for you will be for you, and everybody who truly supports you and loves you will be with you on that journey and be understanding of whatever you have going on. Just good luck, de-stress, be blessed, and keep pushing. And you never know, a smile can change somebody's day. Don't walk around with your head down and a frown. Just be happy, blessed.
Yeah, and honestly, don't let finals like be the reason why you're just not in a good mood.
Right.
Because although it's like really not the easiest thing in the world, and it's like not like a fun, happy process. Like you said, a smile could really change somebody's day. Yep. So like, don't wake up like, oh my God, it's finals week, I'm just gonna be miserable for the whole week. Like having that positive energy with yourself will just be a little bit more motivating to help you push through the situation. Because honestly, like finals really be feeling like a situation you gotta work through.
Yep.
And it's like, it doesn't have to feel like
and
that.
And be supportive. That's another thing.
And
be supportive.
Your friends
support
too.
Your friends. Like, I know finals and all that other stuff is hard for you on its own. But if you feel like you're taking it a little bit easier, then smile. Get somebody something to drink, get somebody something to eat. Help them revise a paper while they're working on another paper. Like, just be a helping hand or a guiding force or just a motivator and supporter overall in all endeavors, especially right now in a time where we're all stressed, we're all feeling down, and we're all feeling discouraged.
And talk to other people in your classes. Because honestly, like, there's times where I don't talk to people all semester, but during finals week, I make a bunch of friends.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
Sometimes it's not even a matter of I need to connect with these people, but sometimes knowing that you guys have a mutual thing to stress over alleviates stress. Because
and what you might catch is not what they might
catch. Exactly. So it's like, if you say, okay, we have to do a 10-page study guide, and you have 5 people in the group, 2 pages each makes life a lot easier. Of course, you could just do it yourself. But if you're the type of person that the 10 pages of a study guide is too much for you, find ways to alleviate that stress. Ask other people for help. And honestly, like I said,
reach out to your professors as well.
That, and utilize the Rudin Center. The Rudin Center is mad helpful. There's people in there who have basically can help you with all your subjects. And even if it's not like you go there for tutoring, it's just a good workspace. It's mad quiet and it's very like secluded. So, and find a good workspace. That's something that's important. Because I don't like I can do work in my room, but I prefer not to work in my room because I'm too comfortable.
You're more, inclined to be distracted or fall asleep or get lazy. So utilize the Lapenta Labs, utilize the library, utilize the lounge in your dorms. Like, you don't have to go far.
And it's nice outside. Go sit outside.
Go sit outside, do some work.
And make sure y'all are getting some fresh air, because vitamin D is fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. Fresh air is fuel. So staying inside in the dark, in the cold, and just staying inside, it's not good for you.
Yep. So basically, just find your balance. We're in the home stretch.
Yeah. I feel like we getting repetitive, but I'm also I slept for 3 hours, so like that's just me being sleep deprived.
So thank you guys for tuning in, being so supportive all the time. And sticking with us through this journey. Aww. It's not the end. It's just the beginning. But it's definitely the end of this podcast. It's definitely the end of this podcast. So thank you guys. Like I said again, I'm Ari P signing out.
And I'm Rachel Esther. And for the very last time on What's Tea Radio, I'm off this for good. I hope y'all enjoyed.
Later.
Stay beautiful, stay human, and stay blessed.
That part. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.